The title of this mini podcast is Triggers. Is there something that can set you off? A word, a gesture, a sound, a sight, a smell? These are referred to as stimuli or triggers because they stimulate or trigger a reaction. We've all fired off our triggers at the most inappropriate times, most often without any pre-thought. They just went off. I wish I could tell you I had a foolproof way of this never happening again. I don't. If it's useful to you, I do know a way to get them to fire less often, so we don't shoot our mouths off or shoot ourselves in the foot. Oftentimes, we don't know the trigger to our behavior. We could spend a whole lot of time looking for it or spend lots of money with a therapist to help us find it. The problem with that approach is that some behaviors have multiple triggers, and trying to find them all would take longer than a lifetime. The more triggers a pattern of behavior has, the less likely you are to find them all. And it's more likely that that behavior will stay in place. For example, there are thousands of triggers for eating, and some of them appeal to each of the senses: sight, smell, hearing, taste, and touch. For some, the smell of bread baking can trigger the desire to eat a whole loaf. They weren't born with that trigger, it was conditioned. So if we can't consciously find all the triggers, how do we get a trigger guard on them all? Here's a technique I used when conducting smoking cessation or weight loss seminars. I would guide people into a more relaxed frame of mind and offer them a one-size-fits-all suggestion. The suggestion is this: whatever those things are that triggered you to smoke or overeat in the past, those very same things begin now to trigger feelings of being calm and collected. And when you're calm and collected, you make much better choices. Your subconscious knows all the triggers because the subconscious is where all the reactions to them are stored. When you non-specifically address them all, like with the words, whatever those things are, your subconscious knows exactly what you're referring to. The next suggestion, those very same things begin now to trigger feelings of being calm and collected. That throws a switch in your mind to have a different reaction to those triggers, to be calm and collected. The final suggestion, and when you're calm and collected, you make much better choices. This alerts your mind to not only all the better choices, but to the fact that you have a choice. I'm forever grateful to Dr. Dave Dobson for teaching me this technique, which he called subjective reversal. The subject, or trigger, reverses the automatic response and opens us up to choice. It's a powerful exercise, but it's only powerful if you use it. Think of a behavior you'd like to change. Just don't burden yourself with trying to find out why it happens. Then offer yourself the suggestion that whatever those things are that triggered this behavior in the past, those very same things begin now to trigger feelings of being calm and collected. Then use any mind-quieting method you know to enter that serene state known as a quiet mind. Like all developed skills, it takes a little bit of practice. Each time you do it, you apply mental calamine lotion to an itchy trigger finger. All the best, John.